in favor of feasting. After all, we live in the era of the resurrection, and so we should be feasting, not fasting. And anyway, I was taught that kind of nonsense when I was a kid, and you can see what happened. The fact of the matter is that fasting and prayer kind of things that go together. And our church is at a sort of a crossroads in the sense that we're going to be getting some new video equipment in here and some new sound system, and maybe jazzing up the service a little bit and putting announcements up on the screen and having some really good special music come in from the outside. But there are other things we want to think about kind of doing differently, and new things we want to do to make our church everything it can be in the future. So we want people to pray about this as fast. Now, I'm passing out a sheet right now that the deacons and I put together. And, if you're scared of fasting like I was, Nona challenged me and said, just try it. So what we did was over Good Friday, Monday, Thursday, we came and had dinner here at church. And then the five of us fasted until after the Good Friday service. Now, we really only missed one meal, and in my case, several snacks. And instead put our energy into prayer. And we're going to challenge all of you to do the same, if you're medically able, to try this. Basically, be skipping one meal. What we're hoping for is that on Saturday, May 1st, that you'll have dinner and then not eat anything the rest of the night or eat breakfast. And then after we have communion here on Sunday, then you can either go home and eat or go out to dinner. We'd like you to try it. I tried it and found it was rather easy. But mainly, it's about prayer. Focusing your heart on prayer and praying specifically for Bethany. And for God's leadership, for God's will for us as we move forward into the future. And to get any impressions that you have from God, what God might be saying to you, what God might be speaking to you as we move forward. Anyway, this little sheet kind of says the basics of what you need. I encourage you to read it. We're going to have a couple of informational meetings for those of you who are curious about this. On Sunday, next Sunday, the 21st after church, the deacons and I are going to meet with anybody who's here to talk about this and talk about how it all works and everything. And if you can't come next Sunday, Monday the 22nd, you're invited to come and meet with me and the deacons as we talk about praying and using a specific tool, religious tool, spiritual tool, the fast, to focus our prayers and our hearts on a specific request to God, that God share with all of us and all of our hearts about what impression you might come away from that sharing from God about Bethany and about Bethany's future. So we wish to encourage you. Did I do okay? No, was that okay? Was there anything else I forgot to say? No, okay. I believe in prayer, and I believe that God speaks to my heart and our hearts collectively. And the idea of all this is that to listen for what God's saying, so that and see if we're all kind of getting the same impression from God in terms of ways to move forward. So please take this seriously, and of course, if you're not medically able to do this, please don't do it. But we would like for the congregation to seriously take this as a recommendation. Yes. Excuse me, the dates are wrong. It's Saturday, May 4th, and Sunday, May